All right, students, we are now back for part 2 of our reading. Okay, so we're going to pick up with paragraph 14 right here. So just keep in mind that Odin asked Mimir to have some of the water from his well, and Mimir asked Odin to sacrifice something. He asks, "What have you sacrificed? The price of a drink must be a great sacrifice." Okay, so that's where we are picking up right over here. What could the king of the gods sacrifice? What was most dear to him? Odin thought of his handsome son Balder, who he loved most in the world. To give up his son would be like giving up life, and that was wonderful around him. Odin stood silent before Mimir. Indeed, that would be a high price. Then Mimir spoke again. He had read Odin's thoughts. Oh my goodness, guys. So Odin was going to sacrifice his son just in order to drink from the well. This shows that Odin is really, really thoughtful and caring. I know it would be upsetting for him to sacrifice his son, but at the same time, he wants to know more to help his people, and he is willing to do anything and give anything. Okay, Odin is willing to give anything in order to have a sip of this water. And that's pretty amazing. No, I'm not asking for your dear son. So remember, right up here it said he, meaning Mimir, had read Odin's thoughts. So even though Odin didn't say anything about sacrificing his son, Mimir was able to read Odin's mind. So he responds, "No, I am not asking for your dear son. The fates say his life must be short, but he has time yet to live and bring happiness to the gods and the world. I ask for one of your eyes." That's interesting. So Mimir wants one of Odin's eyes. So I'm going to highlight that and add a comment to it as well. So Mimir wants one of Odin's eyes. Why would he want one of Odin's eyes? Odin put his hands up to his bright blue eyes. Those two eyes had gazed across the world from his high throne in the shining city of the gods. His eyes had taught him what was good and beautiful, what was evil and ugly. But those eyes had seen his children, the men and women of the earth, struggling against the hate of the giants. One eye was a small sacrifice to win knowledge of how to help them. And without another thought, Odin plucked out one of his eyes, one of his blue eyes, and handed it to Mimir. Okay, guys, so Odin agrees to giving up one of his eyes. But why do you think Mimir wanted one of his eyes? Okay, so it says that his two eyes gazed across the world. It also indicates that Odin's eyes had taught him what was good and beautiful and evil and ugly. And Odin's eyes had also seen his children, the men and women of the earth, struggling against the hate of the giants. So it sounds like Odin has seen a lot, Odin knows a lot, and therefore his eyes have seen all of that. His eyes have seen good and bad, evil and ugly, good and beautiful. He has seen children grow and struggling as well. So Odin has seen pretty much all of the world. So he has seen and experienced much in his life. His eyes have seen and experienced much as well. Okay, so this is why Mimir may want one of his eyes, because Odin has seen so much and has done so much that his eye is very symbolic to just being experienced, having wisdom and knowledge. So his blue eye may symbolize experience and knowledge. And remember, that is what Odin is. He is the god of wisdom, seeking wisdom and giving wisdom. So this can definitely help us understand why Mimir would want an eye. Okay, so just to recap, Odin wanted to take a sip of water from the well. Mimir asked Odin to sacrifice something, and Mimir asked for one of Odin's eyes. And Odin did not think anything of it. After a second, he plucked out one of his blue eyes and handed it to Mimir. Okay, so we're right down here. Then Mimir smiled and gave Odin a hornful of the waters of his well. Drink deeply, brave king, so you may see all that you wish in the mirror of life. I wonder what Odin is going to see. Remember, the well offers past and future information. Okay. Odin lifted the horn to his lips and drank. Then he knelt by the edge of the well and watched the pictures passing across its still and silent surface. When he stood up again, he sighed, for it was as Mimir had said. He had seen sorrow and death as well. It was only the glorious promise at the end that gave him courage to go on. So it sounds like Odin saw a lot of the past and he saw the future. A lot of it was sorrow and death, but that last image at the end must have been something positive and encouraging for him to go on. So Odin, the great king of the gods, became one-eyed. If you can find Mimir's well, you will see Odin's blue eye resting on the bottom. It is there to remind men and women of the great sacrifice he made for them. Okay, so this should answer your question too, how Odin lost his eye. Okay, let's write down some information about Odin. Okay, he is willing to help others at any cost, right? He sacrificed his eye to gain more wisdom and knowledge. Oh, let me go back and fix that. Wisdom and knowledge to help the men and the women of the earth. Okay, so again, we see our theme as being sacrifice for the greater good. Okay, so he didn't think anything of it. It wasn't that he was, or Odin was getting anything out of it, but he was getting something or more information to help others. And it wasn't necessarily all for himself. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you have any questions, please ask your language arts teachers. This information and video recording will be helpful when answering your questions for today's assignment, especially when it comes to the written response. You guys can use my comments and my highlighting to help you. And again, if you have any questions, please just reach out to me or your language arts teachers.